God made a woman.
There are two stories of how a woman is created in the Bible. Rabbinic tradition saw the first story as the creation of a different woman.
Sometime in antiquity, rabbinical scholars tried to reconcile the two versions of Genesis. They wanted to know just who this unnamed first woman was. Eventually, they linked her with the female demon mentioned in Isaiah and created a sacred text that connected the two.
Human beings have a powerful creative impulse. And if you say to them, here's this story and it's done, the first thing they want to do is say, no, it's not done. I have a great idea about a way in which it could be continued. We're reading the artwork, the masterworks of ancient Jewish writers who needed to express themselves.
It was Lilith, they wrote, who rejected both Adam and God's will to become this demon, a creature of the night, a devourer of sexual and natal essences. It was this tradition of Midrash that the Zohar and Ben Sira would draw and expand upon. They would paint Lilith as the succubus, the seducer in the night. She would come to be blamed for the nocturnal emissions of unsuspecting men. Lilith, it was said, would kill an infant in the womb or in the cradle. These are ancient fears, linked with legends that were old even when the Bible was first written.
Stories about a Lilith-type character always existed from the first firesides. Lilith takes the mythological space of the evil woman, which is a space that exists in almost every series of mythologies. Part of it is the discomfort with sexuality, and part of it is the human imagination creating devils, demons, all sorts of difficulties to explain evil in the world. Whatever fear people had about death of children, which was very common in the ancient world, that got put on Lilith also, because clearly that wasn't God's will. It had to be some malign, evil force that was taking their children away.
Throughout history, Lilith would be feared, especially in Kabbalistic and Orthodox circles, where amulets of protection are still worn to guard against her. But her story, that of an evil but powerful woman, would find no place in either the Jewish or Christian canons.
What made, in particular, male religious leaders so uncomfortable about Lilith was that she was associated with seduction, and also that she was associated with full equality. For thousands of years, there was no equality between male and female religious figures and religious leaders. In Judaism, Christianity, Islam, Hinduism, any established religious tradition.
The following is a true life so that Pharaoh himself gave her to Joseph, he of the coat of many colors, who would go on to save his people from famine. She is part of his reward for interpreting Pharaoh's prophetic dreams. And he gave him to wife Asenath, the daughter of Pentaphrase, priest of Heliopolis. Then Joseph went out to the land of Egypt. This is all today's Bible says about her. As to how and why she was chosen for Joseph, it is mysteriously silent.